Hey guys, welcome back to Boots and Bounty Homestead, and we've got another grocery haul. Since you guys loved the last one so much, we are going to do another one. Now this one is going to be over like a 2 or 3 day period, so I'm probably going to change outfits, of course. But today we went out of town to go get our feed and to do a couple of errands, and we passed a grocery store that is local. And I was like, well, we've never been in there, and I have not looked at their grocery sales paper, because I actually looked at all the sales paper last night on Thursday, so today is Friday, and I got a short list together because this week is not the week for good sales. Most of it is Coke products, drinks, chips, a whole bunch of junk food. We don't buy that kind of thing, so it's not the week for sales. So I'll show you what we are getting and whether it was on sale or not, whether it's a good deal or whatever. So I only needed one thing really and truly this week. I have not been able to find it on sale lately, so I'm trying to buy as low of a price as I can find for it. And then whenever it goes on sale, I'll get a bunch of it and I will freeze it. So let's get started. I will show you what we are looking at from Tates. Okay, so the main thing I have been looking for is bacon. I'm not picky on my bacon, but I will say this is Petite Jean. This is 2.5 pounds, 40 ounces. And this is, it's hickory smoked. I like the thick cut, which I believe this is what this is. It doesn't say it on here, but this is a thicker cut than what you would normally find. And so we paid $9.99. So $10 for 2.5 pounds. And there was other brands there that were on sale. They were also 2.5 pounds, but they were 15 or higher. So paying 10 for 2.5 pounds was the best thing that we had found. And then next we got just one thing of Williams sausage, because I'm trying to comparison shop since I'm still learning and find what may be the cheapest price. Now this we paid $3.99 for. This was on sale, but it was only on sale for like 50 cents off. So I went ahead and got one, and we will look around and see, because we love the Williams sausage best. The next thing was russet potatoes. Now this is a 10-pound bag. And let me tell you, at the store, we paid, for this bag was $3.99 for 10 pounds. The sale at the store was 2 5-pound bags for $5. So if you paid for the sale price, you would have paid $5 for 10 pounds. This was $3.99 for 10 pounds. Same exact potatoes, same brand, same people, same everything. So don't always go by the sale prices. But this is some russet potatoes, and I'm going to do probably some baked potatoes with this week. So if I do that, I will go ahead and video that for you guys. Our next one is going to be a off-brand whole kernel corn. These are on sale because they're normally like $1.50. These are on sale for 79 cents a piece. So I just got 4 because 79 cents a piece is not the best deal. But I went ahead and got 4 just because it would still be cheaper than Walmart, because I think Walmart is still a little bit higher. Even on the Walmart brand, I do believe that 79 cents is cheaper. And then our last thing here, now at Tates, they have a produce clearance bin, and they had a bunch of bags of these bananas, and these were $1 for the whole bag. You didn't have to weigh it. It was just $1. So this is the reduced produce clearance bag, and they just do a barcode for $1 and they put the produce in there. That's actually 9 bananas. So this would be almost 2 pounds of bananas, probably even more. I could probably weigh it, but still, that's going to be a deal regardless. The normal banana prices were 69 cents a pound. So I got more than 50% off getting the $1 bag. Now, these being pretty well ripened, we're actually going to cut these up and get these ready to freeze dry. And we will get them frozen first and then put them in the freeze dryer pretty soon. And so we'll have these stored up before they actually go bad. So there is my haul from Tates. And we ended up spending... Now, Logan got a basketball for $10. So we spent $33.09 minus $10. So right at $20, $21 for these items. I would say that was pretty good. Let's go to the next grocery store in 1 second. Okay, so we are in the next day. We found at Food Giant, this is a 10-pound box of, it says covered wagon sliced bacon. Now, as you see here, it says irregular slices, and I'll show you that in just a second. But it is $18.99 for 10 pounds. So we've got 10 pounds of irregular sliced bacon. And this bacon being $1.89 a pound. And this is what it looks like. Now, this is not going to be your regular pretty sliced up bacon. Sometimes it's just the irregular pieces. I have gotten boxes before at our last house because they don't always have this bacon available. And I have gotten pieces where or boxes where it was just chunks of fat, like these end pieces down here that kind of maybe got stuck on the blade. They just throw it in a box and sell it. So what we're going to do, since we have 10 pounds of it, we are actually going to break this down and put them into gallon freezer bags, and we will freeze it and take it out as we need it. And we're going to do probably, since it's 4 of us, we're probably going to do about 12 pieces each bag and see how that comes out to be. So that'll work out. We'll do about 12 pieces per bag and get this frozen up. So we paid $1.89 for this 10 pounds of bacon. Alright, so we got these bagged up. And I told you we were going to do about 12 pieces each. Just letting you know, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got about 5 pieces left over I'm going to use this week. And then we've already put 2 of these bags in the freezer in here, so I can have them readily available. These 5 are actually going to go outside in the big freezer for long term, which our long term for these will probably be in the next 2 months. But these will go outside. And after I use up the ones in the house, then we will go out there and get these. So we've got 7 bags out of the 10-pound box. So that's about 1.5 pounds-ish or so, probably about 22 ounces per bag. And so that'll be about a little over $2 a bag. You're kind of short. Okay, so our last stop is going to be our good old faithful Walmart, because like I said earlier in the video, that this week did not have a whole lot of deals. So for our regular stuff that we normally get for a week, I want to show you some of the things that we did, tell you the prices, and then that way you can compare. And I will tell you on some things why I got what I got. So first of all, Logan wanted to show you something he got. Now, whenever we go to the river, we let him ride his bike out on the little private road, and when it starts getting darker, we put lights on his bike. So one of the things that he bought was these items right here. All right, those are, let me see, there we go. Those are spoke lights, and they light up, and of course they go on the spokes. So this will just have a little more protection for him. That's how those they are that lighten up. So whenever he gets out and rides and even has friends to come, they can put these on their bikes and be a little safer out there. Now, back to the food. Like I said, we did go to Walmart, and let me show you everything we got, and I will give you totals as we go. All right, we'll start right here. We've got string cheese, and we just have this to snack on right now. Stephen was using these in his lunches, but we have since changed that up to a cheaper option, and so we're just keeping these for snacks. These were $7.94 for these. And then Logan has been having some trouble. We think he still may be a little bit of lactose intolerant, not sure. So we decided to get some of this to let him try. The only time he ever drinks milk is, or actually eats milk, is going to be an ice cream. So I'm going to try to find a recipe that we can make some almond ice cream and see how he does on that. Now for that milk, it was $2.98. And then here, we actually shopped this weekend to try to find some cheaper cheese and looking for sales. Even the sales prices that we found could not beat this price. So for a 2-pound block, and we went ahead and got 2 of them because we shred our own cheese. We don't use these as actual blocks or anything. We actually shred all of this up. And for this cheese, it is $7.32 for 2 pounds. So that would be like $3.50, a little bit less than $3.50 for 1 pound. We couldn't even find that on sale that cheap. So we just went ahead. We're going to keep buying this unless we find something that's $3.50 or less for 1 pound. So we just went ahead. Like I said, we got 2 of those. Now for one of the things that Steven eats, like I said, we're not doing string cheese anymore. But part of what we are doing does involve this. And I've showed you guys before in the meal prep videos that we did. What we do are tortilla wraps. And so we use this. This is his favorite. And we use this to make tortilla wraps with these right here, which I'll get to in a second. The turkey breast and the sliced cheese. So we will continue to do that. And this turkey is $5.67. And this is for 1 pound. So $5.67 for 1 pound. That's just his favorite, so we'll continue to buy that. And then I've got some mushrooms here I'm going to use in a few of the recipes. And I may actually make some cream of mushroom soup up. And either, I don't know, we might freeze dry it or we might freeze it. I'm not sure. I'd have to do a little research on how to preserve some cream of mushroom soup. But I want to go ahead and store some up. And those mushrooms were $3.98. And this is for 1 pound. So for 16 ounces, it's $3.98. We did look at 8 ounces, and they were actually higher. And also, if you buy these sliced ones or the already pre-diced ones, those are higher too. So if you get the whole ones in a bigger pack, they will be cheaper for the most part. Next thing I want to try is a little bit more incorporation of brown rice. And this brown rice is also, it's a 2-pound pack, and we got it for $1.64. So nothing special to this. It's not organic or anything like that, but it is brown rice, so you don't have to worry about it being bleached or enriched or anything like that. And then for one of my snacks this week, I want to get is pimento and cheese spread. This is just a little splurge for me. It was $1.98. And those sourdough pita chips that I got at Aldi's last week is what I'm going to eat with this. So I have a little bit of sourdough and cheese. So it'll be good for protein and so for some fermentation. All right, then back here for Logan's breakfast, for quick breakfast in the morning times, he likes to get the pancakes and sausage. These are $1.98 and there's 12 in there. So it's less than $1 for his breakfast there. And then I do go ahead and get some of these just to have these on hand for quick recipes or throw together lunches or meals. And these bacon bits are $5.72 a bag. Yeah, they're a little pricey, but I am paying for convenience because I save so much everywhere else. Now, these are the wraps that Steven gets. These are the Health Extreme Wellness Spinach and Herb. And we get those for 8 tortilla wraps. Those are $3.84. So we usually get 1 or 2 depending on how much we already have stored up. And I believe we already have 1, but he went ahead and got 2. So we'll have those. We can use those for meals. We can use those for his lunches or breakfast. On the weekends, I like to do burritos. So we have that as well for breakfast. Now, last week you seen me get some chickpea pasta, and I have not used those yet, but I wanted to also try to see what Walmart had. Theirs was about 50 cents higher for the chickpeas, and I did find these sweet potato. They are actually made with lentils, peas, and sweet potato flours. So I was like, well, I'll try that and see how that does. So lots of protein. The carbs I'm not really worried about because it's not the simple carbs, it's the complex carbs that is in here. And everything else looks really good. And right now we're focusing on not low carb, but more high protein, and as well as portion control. So that's one of the big things, and getting away from flour if at all possible. And now for these right here, what I do is buy these garlic cloves. These are actually the whole bulb. We buy these. So when I was picking these out, these were only like 70 cents a piece. And whenever I was picking these out, I wanted to get the heads that had the bigger cloves on them, because the bigger cloves are going to make bigger heads for the next batch. So I'm actually going to be planting these. So for all of this, it was like $4.69. This rounded out to be about £1. I have been pricing garlic for seed, and you can't find a pound of garlic for $5. I'll tell you that. Usually it's about $20. So we are going to plant the store-bought garlic cloves in the garden and see what we get. So stick around for that. And in the grocery department, again, I bought some sweet potatoes. I'm going to bake some of these. I'm going to use some of these in Stephen's lunches. I'm going to save some for maybe next week. But these were 77 cents a pound. And so I went ahead and got several of those. Some are pink, some are that tan color, that tan orangish color. It may have just been two different farmers, but I got more of size than better looking. I needed the size more for baking, and these long skinny ones are going to be good for like his lunch because they will fit in the bowl and take up less space. So I got those for 77 cents. These are actually for Logan. Nothing special about these, but I just wanted to show you since that's what I got. We got those for Logan. And then we went ahead and we had to refill on some soap. So we just got some of that soft soap. We got one regular, and then we bought the refill. One of our extra purchases this week was a coffee grinder, because I currently can't find mine. And since I've used it since we moved here, but I think it might have broke. I can't remember, and we can't find it. So I went ahead and got me another one because I need to grind up some cinnamon sticks to make some cinnamon for recipes. So I went ahead and splurged a little bit on a coffee grinder. That was only $17.88 for the coffee grinder. And then our last item we got, of course, was Stephen's soap for storage. I do have to get back into the habit of making his soap because my dad is already requesting some homemade soap. So I've got to get back into that, but we had to get through until I could get some homemade soap made up. So our grand total, all right, so the grand total is $160.75. And so we got everything you see here, plus the lights. And some of this is pantry, some of it's storage, some of it's this week and or next week. And then, of course, this will turn into next year's harvest. Okay, so I'll go back through, put the final total up that we spent. I'm only going to do groceries. I'm going to take everything food-wise that we bought this weekend, put it up here on the screen. Because like I said, the $160 that we spent at Walmart was also the coffee grinder, some soaps. I will leave the garlic in there because we did spend it to eat, but that's actually going to give a larger return. That was actually, let's see, how many pounds? That was actually 1 pound of garlic. So if I can remember, whenever I do my harvest next year, about usually July, between June and July, depending on the weather, I will see what my 1 pound, $5 worth of garlic turned into, and we'll see exactly how much I saved on that. So I will tell you everything that we spent this weekend that's in this video food-wise. This week I'm not going to do a differential savings price because actually here I bought the lowest price things because there were no sales that had these items available, so there's nothing really to compare them to. This is just the price that we had. The only other thing would be the bacon. And I'm not really sure how to price compare for irregular bacon slices, other than the cheapest I found was $2.99 a pound. We paid $1.89 per pound. $2.99 a pound, that would be $30. We paid $20 ish roundabout. So I mean, we saved $10 on getting the bacon. Oh, and then of course I talked about us going to Tates earlier in the video. So we did good this week. We didn't need a whole lot, but what we did, we found the cheapest, best quality of. So if your prices are any different, let me know down below. But until next time, we will see you later. Bye guys.